Are you playing Hogwarts Legacy all by yourself? You transphobe. Guys, listen. You guys are playing Hogwarts Legacy because you're a fan of Harry Potter. I'm playing because I'm just fucking around. I'm not playing Hogwarts, okay? Relax. But I'm still... For those of you who aren't terminally online, Hogwarts Legacy is a Harry Potter game. That's really all it is. It's an open world RPG Harry Potter game. It's creating a universe in that world. It's not necessarily a Harry Potter game, but it's in that Harry Potter universe. A lot of you are probably confused why I opened the video up like this to talk about Hogwarts Legacy. Bobby, what's the problem with Hogwarts Legacy and why does that have anything to do with your weird ass intro? There's a lot of people who criticize the author of the original books, Harry Potter, JK Rowling. JK Rowling is something like what you would consider a TERF, a trans exclusionary radical feminist. She does not believe that trans women are women and that trans women should be included within that women category. So that's something that people levy at her and say that she's transphobic, and in turn, supporting anything that JK Rowling is semi a part of is going to directly harm trans people because she funds anti-trans groups. Apparently playing or enjoying anything she's ever worked on is an endorsement of her personal beliefs about trans people. If you play the games, if you enjoy the books, you are directly harming trans people. This isn't me. I don't believe that. This is what is being said. Whenever she has success within Harry Potter or things like that, she uses that as justification for her anti-trans sentiments and anti-trans beliefs, which is a load of bullshit. Is this true? Is playing a game endorsing the beliefs of the original author? No. First off, she's not associated with the game besides the fact that she created the IP 2 decades before. They're using her universe, but it's not her story. She's not making any money off of this. And even if she was, it doesn't matter. She is in the top 200 richest people in the United Kingdom. She's a billionaire. If she really wanted to, she could fund an anti-trans group for every single trans person in existence. She could just pay individual people to go fucking harass them if she really wanted to. That's a stupid ass argument to be like, oh, if you're buying the game, you're inadvertently or directly harming trans people, because now JK Rowling has the means to be able to fund these anti-trans groups. Dude, she can fund whatever the fuck she wants. She's a billionaire. If this game flopped and nobody bought it, absolute net zero people bought this game, she would still have enough money to fund any fucking thing she wants. She created an infinite money glitch. She will have money till the day her great-great-great-grandchildren die. She's not making any money off this game. She's not associated with it. It's fucking insane. The other argument is JK Rowling gets reassurance that her stances are right and popular when the Harry Potter franchise shows success. Who gives a shit? Who cares what the fuck JK Rowling thinks? You already don't agree with her. Why the fuck do you give a fuck what this boomer ass motherfucker says about trans people? She lived in a time where fucking gay people weren't even accepted. And you expect any old person to understand trans people? Get the fuck out of here. She's reassured regardless of whether or not the Harry Potter franchise is successful, okay? It's her own personal belief. It's a bad one and you can just not agree with it, but if you buy the game, it reassures her. Okay, who cares? She'll be reassured if she goes onto Twitter for too long. Oh no, she's gonna be reassured. She's old. She's gonna die soon. But the game is anti-Semitic because of the representation of goblins. What are you talking about? It's anti-Semitic because of goblins? Why are we equating goblins to Jewish people? Brother, I don't know about you, but that seems to tell me more about you than it does about the game and its plot lines. Why the fuck are you equating goblins that are bankers hoarding gold? Why are you equating that to Jewish people? See, this is that thing that I think that some people fall into a little bit, is where you want to be so anti-racist that you come full circle back to the fucking beginning and accidentally become racist. Why are you feeding into these Jewish stereotypes? Why the fuck are any of you parroting this stupid shit? Yeah, the game's anti-Semitic. Why is it anti-Semitic? Because they have goblins in the game. What the fuck are you talking about? That's racist. I hate to break it to you, bud. I can understand that maybe there's been people who use goblins as symbolism for Jewish people. But why are you accepting that? Why are you accepting that stereotype? Goblins themselves are probably gold hoarders, but that's a character in fantasy. It doesn't have to represent Jewish people. That's you accepting a stereotype, dumb fuck. But trans people will be harmed. How? Fucking how? I've already fucking gone about this whole shit where you're talking about, oh, JK Rowling is gonna fund anti-trans movements. She's already doing that. She already has the means to do that. Infinite money glitch, motherfuckers. She's literally Harry Potter just spamming gold into her fucking palms. And JK Rowling gets reassurance on her stances when her franchises are successful. I don't give a fuck. She could be reassured by whatever the fuck she wants to be reassured by. What do I think? What do the people around you think? What is the generation moving towards? What is society and the culture moving towards? Is it more towards what the fuck JK Rowling's talking about? Or is it more towards accepting trans people as human beings? Let's focus on that. Is there a harm to trans people regarding this whole situation? I think so. I think there is a harm being perpetuated to trans people within this whole situation. But it's being perpetuated not by JK Rowling, not by this video game, not by the plot lines. It's being perpetuated by the people pushing this idea that buying this game, supporting this game is equivalent or makes you transphobic. You are causing the negative problems. Who is even perpetuating the idea and benefiting from it? People who aren't even trans, people who aren't in the community are the ones benefiting from this rhetoric. People who are too pussy to say their own opinions, so they use minority groups as a shield. These motherfuckers want to just say anything about this situation. They want to say something, but they don't want to have the backlash of having their own opinions out there. So instead, they allocate their opinion to a trans person. Don't get mad at me. Trans people said it, so that's the way it is. Why are you getting mad at me? You're literally just pleading the fifth, and your lawyer's a trans person. Don't say anything at all if it's not gonna be from your own fucking mind. Why are you coming out here being like, I stand with trans people. They told me what to think, so that's what I think? Oh my god, I'm such a good person, guy. There was a tweet that I read, and it was literally the dumbest fucking shit. Ultimately, as a cis person, it's not up to me to decide if Hogwarts Legacy is transphobic. The trans people in my life and online have told me it is, so I won't be buying it. By buying the game, you are supporting its transphobic creator and encouraging her to continue her horrific crusade against trans people. She is literally tweeted as such. If you support trans rights and are thinking about purchasing the Hogwarts Legacy game, consider this. Will it directly harm you not to play this game? What the fuck are you talking about? You just said, the trans people in my life and online have told me it is, so I won't be buying the game. This is the same shit I said in my Kendrick Lamar video, where that fucking weaselly little pussy with no backbone was talking about Kendrick Lamar song where he's talking about a very goddamn good message for trans people. What the fuck? I don't want to say that you can't feel a certain type of way when you hear somebody say something that is hurtful, but I think it hurts the cause more when this is the reaction to an overwhelmingly positive message from a massive influence in modern pop culture. If we all get hung up on a particular word, but the message surrounding it is one of growth and understanding, nothing will ever change for the better. How can we expect more people to change like Kendrick Lamar when this is the response? Kendrick is a voice of a generation, and his words, funny enough, have massive amounts of influence and weight behind them. And on top of that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know of very many artists in rap who have ever spoken up about the reality of the trans existence and then going a step further and saying, I chose humanity over religion, the family got closer, it was all forgiven. Saying not only do trans people exist, but let us accept them for who they are. So I guess this is a message for anybody who wants real change to happen. We need to allow room for growth without harsh scrutiny, and we need to be able to understand not only our own beliefs, but to a degree understand the beliefs of people who don't agree with us. Because otherwise we create an intolerance that can never be breached by anybody who is on a path of change. I'm not saying we need to outright accept people for what they believe in, regardless of how horrible their beliefs may be. I'm saying when those people are showing signs of a shift of thought, we can't hold the mere use of a word, however bad we may perceive it, above their head. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. I hope I did this topic justice. I just felt super upset that such a beautiful message could be so tainted with so little nuance in the reaction to the subject. It just hurts to see something that can have real tangible change be thwarted by such spineless people online. Kendrick Lamar used the F slur in the video, or in his music. And this motherfucker comes out and is like, if gay people say that it's bad, then it is. And that should be that. Cringe. Pussy. Don't say shit. You don't have any balls. If you have something to say it. If your friend has something to say, let them say it. Because at this point, you're just using them as a fucking shield. Bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Because now, this is this fueling these extreme motherfuckers who are like, see, trans people are gonna call you transphobic no matter what you do. They don't want equal rights. They want to be a priority class or something like that. You're giving them that ammo for no fucking reason. Why? Why? It's so goddamn frustrating because I believe trans people are real. They exist. There's something there. And they should have the right as much as any other human. But you don't get to be a dickhead just because you're trans. There are going to be people who echo this message, who are trans, who are echoing that this is going to be a harm if you play the game. That all the same talking points, all the same arguments. Just because somebody is part of a minority group doesn't mean that their sentiment is the end all be all. There are probably other people in that group who don't agree. There are probably people in that same group who are opposing that rhetoric because they view it differently, because they see it differently, and they see a different picture of how things will play out. I'm Native American, but best be damn sure that I ain't gonna fucking co-sign anything this fucking motherfucker says.
Hey, colonizer. Aw, you thought you did a thing.
As much as I really don't want to talk about the headdress, I am tired of it. I have made 3 standalone videos on this channel explaining why I think the whole argument of cultural appropriation and the attacks that I get over my many years of wearing different versions of my headdress are ridiculous.
Hear me out. Just stop wearing a headdress.
I can understand how someone can come to the conclusion that I'm wearing a piece of sacred ceremonial gear. But over the years, after reading about it, talking to a lot of different people, including actual Native Americans, I concluded that it was bullshit and that I can do what I want. And if I want to wear the headdress, I'm going to wear the headdress. I'm not hurting anyone.
You read about it, you spoke to people about it, and you came to the conclusion that your whiteness and your idiocy prevails all of that. As an indigenous person, as a person from the Navajo tribe, I understand that, and I will never wear a headdress. Then again, you said it yourself. You think that all of this is bullshit. And with that, have the day you deserve, colonizer.
What's wrong with what Modern Warrior was saying? There might not be anything wrong with the fundamental points that Modern Warrior was making. The issue with it is that his methods are questionable. He's not allowing room for any people who don't know growth. He's not allowing any room for people to be able to change the way they think about things. And coming into it saying, hey, colonizer, I don't fuck with that. That shit's so goddamn fucking cringe. It's one of the reasons that he got fucking booted, ran off the internet, because there's everybody, including Native American people, were saying, hey, this is a detriment to us. You are making us look like pieces of shits because you want to attack people based off of something that they can't control, based off of things that they may not know, and you're not giving them an opportunity to change or grow. What the fuck are you doing? That motherfucker going around perpetuating this type of energy and attitude towards anybody, specifically white people, it makes us look like pieces of shits. I bring up the Native American thing because it's something that I could connect with. But for trans people, you can't be assholes for change. You can't be assholes in an effort to try and change people's minds because it just doesn't work. It's going to be counterproductive to your movement. Like I said, you're fucking fueling these people who don't even recognize your existence, who think that you're just mental illness, who think that that's all it is. You're causing your own community to actually feel more negativity. JK Rowling doing her shit, funding these fucking groups, they're already in the groups. Why are you giving them more members? The way that you would change is by not being the caricature that they fucking have drawn of you. Like I said with Modern Warrior, you need to give people room to grow, to change. It's okay to be wrong because everybody has an opportunity for change and you just aren't giving that to them. And that's why they get radicalized. That's why they say fuck trans people. You're making it worse for yourselves. And also these fucking pussy ass spineless bastards who are perpetuating this same idea in the name of trans people. They're using it as a shield. It's a minority shield. They do it to Native American people. They do it to trans people. They do it to gay people. They do it to black people. They do it to everybody. It's a cop-out. They just want to be the good guy, but they don't actually want to put in the work about thinking. They don't want to critically think or engage with things to actually come to a conclusion where they are the good guy. They just want to be it. They want to look like it. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to be wrong. They don't want to fail. But you have to be wrong to be right. You have to fuck up in order to become a better person, to grow, to change. Not everybody starts off with the same fucking knowledge. Not everybody starts off with the same experiences. It's such horseshit to demonize people for being wrong. You can not agree with them, but demonizing them is what keeps them away from learning. It's what keeps them away from changing. And it's so fucking frustrating because I want everybody to feel like they deserve to be here. Trans people, gay people, straight people, everybody deserve to be here. That doesn't give you the right to attack people. I know there's some people who are like, well, we were oppressed first. So fucking what? Intolerance or negativity is not the combat, is not the counter move to negativity and intolerance. You have to be better. It may suck that you have to, but why not be better? Why are we stooping to their lows? If they don't accept you for being a trans person, okay, keep moving, keep it pushing. There's people around you who probably will. And if you don't, keep pushing, keep moving. Find those people. Stay the fuck off Twitter. If you want to be seen as equals in this world, be you. Be yourself. The best way for you to represent yourself and show that you're a human is to just be you. Over time, people will begin to know trans people. Over time, it'll start to be normalized, just like how gay people are normalized. It's normal to be gay. Make it normal to be trans. Just be. Just exist. There are people who are going to be intolerant of you. There are people who are still intolerant of black people, who are still intolerant of fucking a lot of people. Like everybody experiences this shit to a degree. After a period of time, it'll be fucking normal to have trans friends. It'll be normal to have trans moms and dads and cousins and uncles and everything. It'll be normal. And it's not to say that it's not normal now. It's just saying that it will be more societally accepted. And I know that you want it fast. I know that you want it now. That's just not how change works. Change is a turtle, and we're in a race. Slow and steady will win. And after all of that, me going through that whole spiel and my whole video, if you watch the whole thing, and you still think I'm transphobic, I am.